Speaking of scandals, something is rotten in the Motor City as reports claim the administration pressured Ford to pull this ad off the air. Now, the star of the commercial says the company's explanations just don't add up. He will join me next. You don't want to miss us. Straight ahead.
This program.
Now, between Solyndra, Project Gunrunner, and the recent Gibson guitar wars, the Anointed One's re-election campaign really cannot afford another political controversy, at least not right now. But yet there's a brand new scandal that's brewing in the Motor City. Now, in early September, the Ford Motor Company began airing this TV commercial.
I'm Kristen.
Kristen, hi.
We're going to head on into the interview.
Chris, was it buying American important to you?
I wasn't going to buy another car that was bailed out by our government. I was going to buy from a manufacturer that's standing on their own, win, lose, or draw. That's what America's about, is taking the chance to succeed and understanding when you fail that you got to pick yourself up and go back to work. Ford is that company for me.
Now, shortly after its debut, the ad, which criticizes the government's auto bailouts, it was abruptly yanked off the airwaves, and now there are conflicting reports as to the reason why. Now, according to the Detroit News, it was pulled in response to White House concerns that the ad could damage or negatively influence public opinion of the president's decision. The White House, of course, is denying this report, as is Ford, which said in a statement, quote, "These spots are scheduled for certain periods, and this one ran its normal course." But not everyone is buying these explanations, including the customer who starred in that now out-of-commission ad. And he joins us live tonight from San Diego, Chris McDaniel. Chris, how are you? Thanks for being on the program.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. First of all, you didn't know you were doing – this is interesting to me. You did not know you were going to be in a commercial, right? You bought a car. Tell us, why don't you walk – I'm dropping my pen. Why don't you walk us through the process?
I bought a car about a month later. I bought a truck, an F-150 with the new EcoBoost engine, and about a month later, I was contacted by a marketing company who said they were doing market research specifically about that new engine in that truck. So my wife and I went up and answered some questions and didn't think anything of it. A month later, I was contacted again. This time, I believe it was by the Ford marketing arm, who said, "We'd like to get a little more in-depth focus on what it is that you like so much about this EcoBoost engine. Would you come up and answer some questions?" And I assumed it was bubbling in some answers on a worksheet and maybe talking to somebody about my experiences. And so from the time I pull up in the commercial until I walk into that room, I literally have no idea what's going on. I'm not an actor. Certainly the event was staged by the marketing company, or Ford, but I'm not an actor, and I had no idea what was going to happen. I mean, literally, I was so shocked.
I kind of admire you speaking from the heart. I didn't want to buy a car from a company bailed out by the government. I was going to take it to the manufacturer that win, lose, or draw on their own. I like your sentiment. I like, you know, your guts. So they tell you this is going to become a commercial, right?
Well, I leave there not knowing if they're going to run the ads, and in fact, they ran about 2 months of ads that I wasn't involved in, and I was a little disappointed that I didn't make the cut, so to speak. And then I got an email saying that, "Congratulations, your ad has been selected to air." And it was at that point in time, once I saw an actual cut of the ad, that they chose to run my comments about the bailouts.
Well, do you look? I guess it's speculation, unless you have internal knowledge. Do you think this was pulled for the reasons that some have been writing about, that the Obama administration, which wants to tout their bailout as some success, got angry and got in touch with Ford? Why do you, or do you
Sean,
go ahead.
I contacted Ford and I asked them fairly straightforward and bluntly, you know, what is the truth behind these? And they have a reasonable explanation that the ad ran its cycle and that this is just a part of the advertising world that we live in. It just seems fishy that these other stories are circling around at the same time. You know, the old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm certainly not, I applaud Ford for having the courage to put the ad on the air and running with it. And the sentiment around America is great.
All right, but they also cleaned it from their website, you told me. Now, did they clean the other ads from the website?
From what I understand, they took all the ads down, but they told me it was a technical difficulty. But the ads did not reappear for about 10 days, and that's when I sent an email saying, "Hey, what happened to the ad on the web?"
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, what's interesting, too, is you told me your wife lost her job in 2008. You've been struggling as a family. You lost your house, and you've been building your way back up. Your wife's back to work. You were able to buy this Ford F-150. It's a real success story where you had to dig down deep inside, and then you got chosen for this. I mean, a lot of good things have worked out for you. But yet it seems like you've held on to your belief in yourself as an individual rather than look to the government. Can you just give us 30 seconds on how tough that was for you?
Sean, I believe it's about personal responsibility. I believe this country, what it's lacking is what I want to send to you, which is a painting done by my cousin, who's an amazing artist at winnersgallery.com. And what's in the heart and what we're missing is our belief in Christ, and that it's a belief in ourselves that we have the ability to overcome anything if we're striving for the right things in our lives. My faith, Sean, saved me in this difficult time for my family. You know, I had to pack a lunch. I could no longer go out and eat at the restaurants that I like to and spend the money. I had to downsize and do more with less and make it on my own without government interfering. It's that personal responsibility that we're missing. And all I ask is, isn't it time that the government starts packing a lunch and taking a brown bag to work and stop spending so much money that we don't have? Is it unreasonable to ask that question?
You know, there's an incredibly inspiring story. You may want to think about running for president. I'm glad
I think we have some pretty qualified candidates.
I'm glad things are working out for you and your family, and thank you for sharing your story and your time with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Sean. Greatly appreciated.
Thank you, and that's a beautiful painting, by the way. And coming up, we're going to get reaction to this story from Michelle Malkin. She'll explain just how this is just the latest example of White House bullying big business. That, plus our great, great, great American panel, straight ahead.
I've been riding since I was 17, flat out my whole life. Ran into a pretty serious medical issue. I was prescribed one drug one place, another somewhere else. Turns out if I'd have taken both drugs together, I'd have been in real trouble. But United Healthcare spotted the danger and warned my pharmacist in time. We only get one shot.